Bouncing bowling.
You were about to say bouncy balls, weren't you?
Maybe. Who hit my balls?
I sure did.
Someone definitely just knocked almost all my balls over.
I like balls.
Who has green balls?
I got two.
I
have blue balls.
You have yellow balls. I think that's a disease.
No. Blue balls is.
It's not a disease.
It's a
Condition.
condition. Whatever.
Someone needs to get their red balls out of here.
Oh, those just come naturally.
What?
I said don't those just come naturally?
What, red balls?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe.
Not necessarily red. Why are we... Oh, I feel so creepy. Oh my god, stupid red balls. Oh my god, this red ball gets in my way every time I'm gonna...
Whose balls are red?
Fatty's.
Fatty has red balls.
Oh, I beat her by one. I had yellow balls.
I have blue balls.
I was like, ooh, what? I got an
That's not an
achievement
achievement.
for my balls.
I want an achievement for my balls.
You probably already have the achievement for your blue balls.
Do I?
I don't know, do you?
I don't know, maybe.
Go look.
I don't like looking at my blue balls.
Watch me prance, watch me prance, watch me prance my prancey pants. Kitty floss streak.
Stop it, I like kitty floss.
Kitty floss streak.
Stop. I like kitty floss. Okay, for real, you know the real Viva Pinata game, the one with the garden? I had that, and the kitty floss you had to buy in the store, and it costed like $3,000. It took like 10 days to get even $1. And so like I was sitting there, and I finally got all this money, and I bought a kitty floss, and then this thing is freaking massive. Like the other pinatas are like this big, and then compared to that, the kitty floss is like this big, and its head's like half of his body, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, really? You're gonna come in here and take up the entire garden with your fat head? And then he's like,
stop talking to Brandon like that.
Seriously, listen. So then,
I'm listening.
Then I come in and I have to water my garden, and the cat's laying in the freaking.
You do.
The cat's laying in the freaking garden. So I'm like, okay, either you can get up out of the garden or I can water you. So I water the cat because it won't leave. And then he gets up and he leaves the garden. And I'm like, really? You're going to sit there and leave the garden after I paid $3,000 for you? Okay, you're cool.
Oh my god, you're so weird.
No, seriously, it made me really mad. You can even have Brandon. He's like, oh, where's your kitty paws? I went, Brandon, shut up, he left.
He just got up and walked over.
He did. He got up out of my garden, and he had a sad face over his head, so I was like, oh, I guess he didn't like that being watered. And then he left. I was like, really?
I'd leave if you watered me.
Well, he was sitting in my garden.
I bet he was.
So stupid
I
kitty
bet
floss.
you have that problem a lot.
I hate kitty flosses.
I'm mad it didn't take my balloon, but it took yours.
Twice.
Yeah.
I hate the kitty floss. Easy me off, man.
I was gonna say, why didn't you...
Oh yeah, and then I refreshed the game, and it kind of deleted all my history, so I had to make a whole new game. I was like, okay.
You need to get another kitty floss.
No, I never bought another kitty floss. I bought a chicken instead.
That makes up for it. How much was the chicken?
I don't remember, not that much, like $1,000. But then I had to buy a chicken coop for it, so that costed pretty much a lot of money too. And I had to build him a fence. You know Polly Presdale, the guy that I have? I bought some Presdales. They came and lived at my house. And they have to like build a freaking cave in my house, or in my garden. So I'm like, why is there a cave in my garden? I tried to attract some of the
I bet you did.
Oh, I tried to attract
really bet you tried pretty hard to attract something to the cave in your garden.
No, really. I tried attracting the fudgehog to my garden.
I bet you did.
No, but listen, they have to eat the chickens. Like seriously, I was like, you're gonna eat the chickens to stay in my house. You're not gonna stay in my house. So then every time,
your garden?
Every time the fudgehogs come into my garden, I'd whack them with a shovel so they were like on the ground. Because otherwise they'd eat my chickens. So I was like, no, you're not gonna eat my chickens. You're just gonna be down on the ground.
Oh my god, did you see my score?
No, was it 69?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I don't let snakes come in and eat the mice in my garden. So I don't let.
No. That's just not. No, you're done.
There's no snakes in my garden.
Oh my god.
There's dead snakes in my garden. That's about it.
I bet there is.
You wanna play?
In your garden?
In my garden with my snakes.
Not really.
But I like the snakes. But they have to be dead first.
Oh god. The whole story was like violating. You're gonna listen to this and you're gonna be like, oh my god. Now I know why she was laughing at that story.
No, that was seriously the real truth about my
I
garden.
figure it is. It just sounded very seductive and creepy.
Oh, you see those little stupid monkeys hopping around in the background? Those are there too.
They hop around in your garden too?
Well, they wish. Well, they wish. And then there's this moth. And you
have moths in your garden.
I have moths in my garden. Seriously. They come to my house at night, like, they're like, knock, 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 can I come into your garden? Like, they don't even ask, they just prance on in, they just fly, they're like, and I'm like, okay, get out of my garden, you're not invited. And they're like, they're attracted to the lights in my garden. So, they come into the garden if I have a light on, you have 69. So they're like, woo!
Who told you this?
What are they called? They're like, flutterflies or something. And they're like, oh, I'm a flutterfly, I can come in your garden and come for the night and then leave. That's what he does. Pro DJ96 wants to play Call of Duty Black Ops. Do I look like the kind of person who plays Black Ops at, what time is it? 5:55 a.m. I look like the person that plays Viva Pinata at 5:55 a.m. Thank you very much.
We've played Black Ops till like 8.
Well, do I look like the kind of person that's going to play Black Ops at 5:55 a.m.
when you're playing
on Saturday,
Party
July 23rd? Ah!
I like little like things flying and hitting the ground. At least I don't have moths in my garden though.
Or snakes or mice.
Yeah.
I like the mice in my garden though.
I bet you do.
No, seriously, they're really cute. But no, seriously, I built them a clock tower in my garden, and
whoa. That seems like it'd be kind of hard to do.
No, not really. I just called it. Not the exterminator. That'd be pretty. I called Bob the Builder. And his name really is Bob. He's a robot, and he comes and he's like, hey, I'm Bob, I have to build you a house in your garden. So I'm like, okay. So he comes and he builds this big, huge rectangle in my garden. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, get out of my garden because you're trying to build a big rectangle and I don't want that, I want a building. So then he's like, okay, you have to uncover the building by yourself. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll uncover the building for you because you're too freaking lazy to take a shovel out and uncover it yourself. So I take a shovel and I uncover the building that's in my garden, and it was a mouse clock tower, and the mice climb up the clock tower, and then they get in my garden, and I'm like, okay, hi.
Okay, hi.
They like it in my garden.
But
Who just put down honey on my snow?
Not me.
It was definitely you. I watched you do it. Who let those snowmen in there? I still have never seen a pistachio in my garden. I really want one though.
I bet you do.
I don't know if they'll fit. I have enough stuff in my garden.
I can't wait to get home.
You are one. I don't even know. You have a lot of stuff in your garden though. That sounds like you should probably get that checked out, man.
I have these weeds that grow in there too. And if no, seriously, you buy the weeds and they're like $15 if you buy the weed, and then they grow these seeds that when the seed fall off, you have to sell the seeds, and the seeds are like $30 each seed. So I get like 10 of the plants, or 10 of the weeds, I mean, and they each give off like 3 seeds. So I get like, how much is 15 times 3? $45 per tree, or per weed, I mean. So it's a pretty big money spot. That's where I get my business in my garden.
I bet you do.
But yeah, there's also like three stores in my garden.
You have some business in your garden, man.
I know. I get a lot of customers in my garden. I've also never seen a fatty in my garden.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's always good.
They'll probably eat all the food anyways.
Eat all the stuff in your garden?
What?
To eat all the stuff in your garden?
Yeah, they'll eat everything in my garden.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
No, not really. They can have all the food they want. I mean, I don't really grow much food, but you know, whatever floats their boat.
You are kind of terrifying me.
No.
Yeah.
Eat dirt, losers.
Do you wanna come to my garden?
Yes, of course.
Let's not do it.
Hey, just shoot.
Let's just do this! That's what I say to you. What she like? Friend Luke met Lady Starlight the other day. I was like, oh, I wanted to meet Lady Starlight. She wouldn't come to my garden. I invited her.
What a shame.
I was like, hey, Starlight, want to come to my garden? She's like, no, sorry.
Oh,
I
no.
don't like your garden. I was like, oh, that was really mean.
That's really upsetting.
Look.
I would have cried. She's so ugly.
She looks like a horse.
She really does. Oh god, and then she watches this video and hates us.
Huh?
I said and then she watches this video and hates us.
Oh my
You'd
god,
probably
I'd cry. Do un LA. It's pretty sad we know exactly what they say.
You made me run into a wall.
I hate these snowmen that think that they can feel you up anytime they want.
Stop it, you bad
They're like,
man.
hey, I'm gonna hug you.
Look what I got. I hate you. I love you.
No, seriously, the snowmen, hold on.
No, they like rape you.
They're like, hey, little fudgehog.
God, I like how
You know
many
what I mean?
butterflies I've gotten. I want to be
You mean
a
the butterflies that mysteriously come into my garden? Like, who said they were invited? Not me, that's
oh my
for
god.
sure. They're my butterflies.
Yeah.
I'll come get them. They're in my garden.
Okay.
Wait, my garden's off limits right now. It's being renovated.
That's really upsetting.
It's being renovated.
Ugh.
Happy 6:05.
What danger and excitement awaits our contestants.
It's 6:05. Happy 6:05.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
do it.
can't wait.
Who are you stalking now?
Somebody I used to go to school with.
Did you ever stalk down that one person? Did she give you a truth is? That girl you said you were gonna stalk down.
Just a little
Because she wouldn't give you a truth is. It was like
Who
Maddie
did
or
I like
something.
recently?
It was like Maddie or something, I think.
Bring it in. We have a winner.
I know I liked the truth is earlier. Now you have me wondering.
All right, we're on our way.
I don't like them talking all English and such.
No, I like the guy speaking Spanish. It makes me feel like,
Too many legs.
okay, really, fatty? Stop humping. He's getting through all the...
He
loot.
spent too much time with me.
No, he's getting in all the... Okay, or you can push me out of the hole.
I bet you have that problem in your garden a lot.
No, not in my garden. Other people's garden, maybe. Like, I was in Mara's garden the other day, and it was...
God,
messy.
Mindy, I'm gonna punch you. You didn't break a freaking lamp thing. Good job.
Well, you broke enough lamps. Look at that one.
That was you. That was you, you big liar. I like how
It wasn't my fault. There was a freaking wasp on there, and I had to take care of it with my shoe.
You could have taken care of it some other way.
How was I going to take care of a wasp on a friggin'
Already went off the
lampshade?
edge. Running away from grassy balls. I love me some Kingsley. I love me some Kingsley. I love me some Kingsley. Who do I love?
Kingsley.
Betty beat me by 3 points. I'm done with this game. Screw it. I am done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to bed. I'm mad now. I could just kill a baby.
What?
With what? I'm gonna smother it with fatty. Stop laughing. This is not a funny matter. Come on.
Shut the camera off. I'm watching.
I'm not like, I'm done.